Yeah, hey, Woodsuck here again. Doing something a little different this time. I'm working on a low relief style carving on a round of birch wood. It's about like an inch and a half thick by 6 inch diameter, 6 or 8 inches diameter. Anyway, yeah, I mounted it to a small piece of wood so I could fit it into the vise, so I could have it secure while I work on it. And here's a picture I based off the drawing on the piece of wood from. Kind of traced it out and then added the lines in the middle, freehand style. And doing some hyperlapse time speed here, doing the steel carbide outline of the animal. Yeah, it's been a while since I last uploaded, maybe 8 days ago. Just been doing a lot of traveling and stuff and making my way westbound. So, anyway, I picked up a ton of bark, not a ton, but quite a bit, I would say, out of Nebraska. There's like all kinds of cottonwood bark there along the Platte River, that meanders around the I-80. So if you guys are over through there, I'd recommend stopping by and try to find some bark. It's all over the place. You know, there's tons of cottonwood trees. So anyway, uh, I geo marked a bunch of those places where when I go back, I'll check them out further. So at least I got the GPS coordinates and I can always find those spots where I saw some probable pieces of cottonwood. So anyway, just wanted to give you guys an update on that. But currently, I still don't have enough supply to sell stuff right now, unfortunately. And the bark seems to be a bit on the smaller side from Nebraska. So I got to do some more exploring until I can find some viable sources of that. So anyway, we'll get back to the carving here. Just to outline the dog with a carbide burr, and now I'm going over with a saburrtooth burr just to remove some material and stuff in a more rapid fashion. And using the Stylo Plus Dremel. It's made for light duty work, but I, bounce back and forth between that and the high powered machines like the 370 or the 3000 or 4000 Dremel, which I don't have the 4000 yet, but I'm still using the old school ones. Yeah, I'm not keeping up on all the new Dremel tools coming out lately. I don't know what number they're up to yet, but anyway, I'm sure they're up there in the higher numbers now. So, but yeah, it's those are really nice tools to have when you're doing power carving. I mean, there's other tools like Fordham's or something like that, and there are other machines, but I think Dremel's got the niche in the marketplace more or less. Yeah, I'm using the saburrtooth flame burr here. It's a 3/4 inch taper burr or flame burr. I'm not sure what they call them, but usually call it flame burr because it looks like a flame. But yeah, it's a coarse kind. And it's pretty aggressive. Takes a lot of material off in no time. So yeah, right now I'm just going around the outline of the dog, trying to bevel the edges to make it more kind of rounded, give it some more 3D effect. And anyway, this particular piece is like going to be gifted to a friend of mine because they have a Yorkshire Terrier, and I figured, well, what the heck, I wanted to give him a carving that I'd done because he gave me donated a chop saw to me back last year, so I figured, what the heck, it's always nice to reciprocate. Further on in the video, I'm going to be doing some wood burning and some propane torch burning as well, just to give some accents to the piece. So, but I have this video chapter marked, so if you want to skip around and check out different areas of the video, by all means. And I got the tool list at the end of the video too, if you guys want to check that out for reference purpose. Yeah, I switched back to a spherical burr because it's less aggressive. It doesn't leave a definitive line when you're removing material like the flame burr, because the flame burr's tip usually leaves like a noticeable contrasted separation between the wood and stuff like that with his pointy tip, and it's good for making lines like that. So yeah, I was just switching back over to the spherical just to give a smoother look. Yeah, always constantly penciling in details, what to work on, necessary areas. Here I'm trying something a little different. I got these little miniature saw blades. You can find them at the hardware stores or hobby stores or whatever, but they fit on a mandrel. It's basically like a miniature circular saw. So, and I'm just doing some accent work around the edge of the dog just to give it some more definition, texturing more or less. And yeah, you got to be careful with this, so you don't hurt yourself with these kind of tools. Either wear gloves or whatnot, but always be mindful of the rotation, the rotating equipment, and make sure the machine's stopped before you even try to change anything, to change a burr or something like that. Technically, you're supposed to unplug the machine to be absolutely safe, but I tend not to do that out of habit. Maybe it's not a good thing, but nevertheless, be careful about your surroundings, because these are power tools, and don't take them for granted. Luckily, I haven't had an accident yet, but I would say there's always that chance, so you want to be constantly vigilant about your surroundings. And if someone kind of distracts you, like comes up from behind, just be careful that you don't get spooked or anything like that, because that could also throw your hand into the machine or something like that. Whatever the case is, just be conscious about your surroundings. I haven't really stressed any safety issues yet on these videos, but I haven't felt the need, but this video, I think I'll address that, because since I haven't really mentioned it in the past, it'd be good to do so right now. And that it's something to be aware of, more or less. Here's a generic wood burner that I used to do the accent work for the lines and fur and stuff like that on the dog. It's a fixed tip. I don't think you can attach anything to it like other wood burners, but it does an adequate job to put some lines in and stuff like that. And after you put the lines in, you can always like diminish the effect with sandpaper or steel wool to knock off the charcoal bits in the crevices better. And I think fine steel wool would be appropriate for that, since it can mold itself into the contour and shapes of the piece. I'll have to excuse the background noise. It's quite windy outside and I'm sitting in my camper while I do the voiceover here. But yeah, like after my property burned, I had to buy a camper to live out of. So it's my only house at the moment. But maybe I'll show a picture of the camper. It's like a old school 77 trailer. It's got all the amenities, but everything's in good shape. But using that until I get stuff back on track, with the new rebuild of my house. And I plan on doing some videos of that, show you what's some different things that I do. And it's going to be quite a different kind of build. It's going to be more subterranean or underground style house. It's basically going to be low profile, not sticking out like a sore thumb, and fireproof or whatnot. But anyway, I plan to build a workshop too into the place. So anyway, just something to mention. Yeah, this pyro stuff takes a bit, and I think we're almost getting to the completion of it, and then we're going to be doing some varnish on it. But before we put varnish on, I'm going to knock off some of the burned off spots with some steel wool to make it look less obvious, I think some people use flap sanders and stuff like that, but I tend to do things by hand, since I'm not doing large pieces and stuff like that. These are rather small, and you can get away with like a few strokes of steel wool to knock off some of the bits without relying on power equipment to do the job. But it's all a matter of taste as well. So if some people like their power tools, by all means, they can use that as well. Well, I hope everyone's doing okay out there and staying safe. Created some cool stuff out of wood carvings. I plan to remain pretty much active, even though I'm going through some kind of transition phase right now, traveling and stuff like that. So sometimes it makes it difficult to upload. So it's been a bit since my last upload, but I'm happy to put this one up. And I got some bark projects along the way as well, and along with some other relief style carvings with some wood product that Matthew's chainsaw carving donated. So that's gonna be a fun one. We'll see how that turns out. That'll be coming up pretty soon. Yeah, here's where I'm using the butane torch. It's a Lenk, Lenk, liquid propane, I think they refer it as. It's got some variable settings so you can control the flame, but nothing too fancy, But you got some pinpoint accuracy with the flame, as long as you don't get it too close to the object that you're working on. I guess this is a multi-purpose tool. You can use it for other things besides wood burning, like shrink tubing or something like that around cabling. But anyway, yeah, and here I'm throwing some polyurethane clear coat over it. It's like a satin finish, not super glossy, and just hand applying it with a little paintbrush, and then I'll wipe off some excess there just to give it some uniformity. And so that's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll talk to you guys on the next one. Take care. Okay, bye.